Imagine you're facing a Monday morning escalation. Your global customer portal is sluggish, costs are spiking, and the security audit is next week. Do you know which Azure design will scale without a waste? How will you lock down identity, governance, and monitoring without slowing down teams? If an entire region fails tonight, will users still get service and data back? Well, AZ-305 is built for that. Let me introduce you to a course where you will learn how to tackle these real-world scenarios, how to translate business requirements into Azure designs across compute, networking, data, and security, all aligned with the well-architected framework and the cloud adoption framework. My name is Amit Mir. I'm a Microsoft technical trainer specializing in security and AI. I've been in the training field for the last 20 years. I'm here to walk through the AZ-305 Design Infrastructure Solution course with you. This course is an advanced level course where we will discuss about the design aspect of identity, governance, monitoring, data storage, business continuity, and infrastructure solution. To be successful in your learning, we do recommend coming with some working experience in these technologies. Check out the course prerequisites to learn more. AZ-305 trains you to think like an Azure solution architect by focusing on how to design secure, scalable, and resilient cloud architectures. This virtual course consists of 16 sessions where we will dive into design consideration for governance, compute, data, application, identity and access, monitoring, network, business continuity and disaster recovery, and migrations. Through real-world scenarios and use cases, this course will help you translate the business requirements into well-architected Azure solution that balance performance, cost, security, and reliability. Completing this course will provide you with a solid foundation for understanding what to focus on for the AZ-305 Designing Microsoft Azure Infrastructure Solution exam. However, it also requires experience and practice to put those skills into action before you're truly well prepared. This exam is aligned with Microsoft Certified Azure Solution Architect Expert certification and validates your ability to design secure, scalable, and reliable Azure solutions. Keep in mind, the Azure Administrator AZ-104 certification is required to achieve certification for the AZ-305. In this session, we will cover the Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework and the Microsoft Azure Well-Architected Framework. So let's get started. Let's be honest, most cloud projects don't fail because Azure can't do it. They struggle because we are not aligned why we are doing it. Who is driving it? And how do we do it without chaos, budget surprises, and timelines that don't match the reality? To help us solve it, Microsoft created a playbook called the Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework. This is a set of documentation best practices, implementation guidance, and tools that help us align to business, people, and technology so cloud adoption is intentional, not accidental. It's a journey map that helps you make the right decision at the right order. Let's start with step number 1, strategy. This is the why. Are we modernizing something that's aligning with on-premises? Why are we even doing that? Are we trying to scale faster, improve ROI, return of investments? Pause and ask yourself, what's the outcome? Because moving to the cloud isn't an outcome, business impact is. Take a retail company, for example. We're migrating because Black Friday exhausts our servers. That's strategy, scalability, and agility as a business outcome. Now, we go from the why into the how. Plan is when you map workloads, dependencies, sequence, owners, and skills. Who does what? What's first? What's risky? Who needs some skilling for achieving the right skills to implement those scenarios? Finance might say, CapEx to OpEx. IT says, security first. The app teams say, don't break our prod. Planning is how you get those voices into one roadmap where everyone is aligned. Ready is the make the environment usable phase. If you skip readiness, you end up deploying workloads into Azure subscription that wasn't designed for scale, governance, and security. You won't build a neighborhood without roads, electricity, and water, right? Ready is where you prepare that foundation. After that comes adopt. This is where you actually deliver with either migration, move and modernize existing workloads, or with innovation, build new cloud-native or hybrid solutions. You don't have to invent the wheel. Use references architecture and proven patterns from the Azure Architecture Center to move faster and safer with confidence. You can start with migrate, lift and shift the CRM first, then optimize with innovation. Build a new event-driven order pipeline for the peak days. Now, we need to understand that cloud isn't set and forget. It's deploy and continuously improve. It needs our attention and care, just like a newborn. How do we do it? With ongoing governance, security, and management. What are those? Governance is your guardrails. What is allowed? What is not allowed? How do we stay compliant and consistent across multiple teams? This is how we avoid a mid-deployed something so everyone follows a mid-plan instead of aligning to organizational policy standards. Let's say you are in healthcare, dealing with sensitive data. Do you really want to leave it up to every single user to decide where the data lives? Who can access it? Governance turns those decisions into enforceable rules. Keeps us in control. Secure. Without clear ownership, security becomes a blocker. With clear roles, security becomes our partner. We need to take high priority in protecting our workloads across evolving cyber threats and vulnerabilities. For example, assigning a dedicated security team to monitor and respond to incidents ensure that threats are detected and addressed promptly. Manage is day 2 operations, monitoring, incident response, patching strategy, backup posture, operational maturity. To make sure things are working by our plan and have an automation to resolve it if not. We didn't know that checkout caused latency spikes every night until we enabled ongoing monitoring. Manage is how you detect, respond, and queue new workloads. When we are using the Microsoft's Cloud Adoption Framework, we can expect fewer surprises, clearer ownership, better alignment into business outcomes, and smoother path from idea to production. Cloud Adoption Framework tells us how to run the journey. Now, let's talk about how to make sure each workload we build along the way is actually a good workload, secure, reliable, and cost-effective. Microsoft Well-Architected Framework is the framework that you use to design and continuously improve a specific workload in Azure. 2 teams can build the same app in Azure. One becomes stable and predictable. The other becomes constant fire drill. Well-architected framework is how you stack the odds in your favor. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to designing architecture, but there are some universal concepts that apply regardless of the architecture, the technology, or even the cloud provider. Well-architected frameworks work like a repeatable checklist to review the process. You evaluate the workload across 5 pillars, identify gaps, and then apply improvements, not once, but continuously. We don't need to do it alone. Tools like Azure Advisor are commonly used to surface recommendations that align to our concerns and help us fix them in real environments. Let's walk through the pillars. Cost optimization. Architecture design is driven by business goals and must factor on return on investment, ROI, and financial constraints. Pick the right size, eliminate waste, and make cost a design input, not a surprise in the invoice. Let's say dev test VMs are left running all weekend. Monday morning, why did our bill spike? Cost optimization is preventing that by design. Operational excellence. Unreliable workloads can increase downtime, increase cost, and decrease the customer satisfaction. Let's say a minor config change broke the authentication. With good ops, rollback in minutes. Without it, it's an all-night outage. Performance efficiency. Can the system handle load change efficiently? Scale out when needed, scale in when not, and do it without manual intervention. Marketing launches a campaign and traffic triples in an hour. Performance efficiency is what keeps the app fast and responsive. Reliability. Architects' worst nightmare is having an architecture fail with no way to recover it. Can we anticipate failures? Can we self-heal? Can we recover, and how fast? When a zone has an issue, a reliable workload, fail over or continue with reduced capacity instead of going dark. Security. Security incident can hurt your reputation, operation, and finance, so it is crucial that you add strong security measures. Take a layered approach, multiple controllers working together to protect the workloads from attacks by maintaining confidentiality and data integrity. So, when will we use the well-architected framework? Every time we design a new workload, modernize an existing one, or troubleshooting a workload that is too expensive, unstable, slow, or risky. We get a consistent language to make trade-off, to decide what matters most for us, and build solutions that are easier to trust, easier to run, and easier to improve. In this session, we learned about the AZ-305 course, Design Infrastructure Solution, its purpose, outline, and about the exam. We also covered the well-architected framework and the Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework. Well-architected framework target a specific workload, while the Cloud Adoption Framework guides the broader adoption journey. This concludes our introduction session. There are many ways to continue your learning journey. We encourage you to watch other videos in this course or search out your next favorite topic on Microsoft Learn at aka.ms/learn. I'm Amit Nir. Thank you for watching and happy learning.